Hello, I'd like to do a little bit of experimentation about fishing. I've been hearing a few things about how you can't fish in one deep water, but I've set up a few experiments and we can see how that goes. Now, back in the January MHC, I did some fishing underground in caves, and it was one deep water quite noticeably, and I managed to catch quite a few things in there, although the visual effects were certainly rather strange. But at the end of it all, I'd managed to get a few fish and a few other objects as well. So I think that it actually works. But let's see. You see, that was the end of it. Some fish, some other things. So I set up an experiment. The first one, just a single block of water. I aimed straight for it, and you see that the float appears to be bobbing almost on the edge. There are bubbles or drips of water splashing up around it in the grass, so the graphics are definitely strange, but the float is bobbing, so I think it's going to work. And if we hang around long enough, look, there is a fish trail. Here we go, there is a fish. Okay, so let's try it in what should be easier, 2x2. And I really did just included this one so that my bovine companion could watch me, because they were convinced this was a load of bull I was spouting. But if we wait here long enough, what do we find? There we go, a fishy trail, and in fact it's a pufferfish. Now, in case it was something to do with one deep water with a low overhanging roof, I built this little enclosure. And you have to wait a little while for something to happen, but along came a fish, an ordinary raw fish I got there. So tried again. Bovine friend is still watching, and the float bobs apparently in the wrong place. It seems to be bobbing on the edge of the stone face there, but it's working. And if we give it long enough to wait, along comes a catch, and in fact this time it seems to be an enchanted bow that I've managed to get out of it. And we'll have a look at that, and it's Unbreaking 3, so I've got that. Now, a bit more of an experiment. Let's go indoors, so we're completely inside under a low roof, and it's all one deep water there, but you've got absolutely no height to be able to cast from. But you put the float in the water, it bobs around, you get the splashes around it, and you have to wait a little while. And if you wait long enough, the obligatory fishing time, along comes a trail of bubbles and you catch a fish. So how much more extreme can we get? Low overhanging roof and a single water source block of water. The graphics look even more strange in this case. We've got the bubbles coming through the rock all around it, and if we wait long enough we'll see a trail of bubbles come through the rock, I'm sure. There it is, and we've caught a fish. The fish fell in the hole, but we can go and retrieve that. And I wondered whether it was anything to do with the angle, and some people have been saying that you have to cast right up in the air so it lands down in there, but I cast directly down into the hole in this one, and an insane angle from the float. It's just hanging there up in mid-air. You would not believe that that is going to work, but I predict it will work, because as long as the float is bobbing and as long as you get water splashes around, that's the game saying that you're in fishing mode. You know, fishing is going on, and if you wait long enough you will get something. So let's see, we may have to wait a little while on this one. And any trail of bubbles through the rock, but you would not think you could catch anything with the float up in mid-air like that. But here is a trail of bubbles, and there's something. It's falling into the hole again, but I believe that we have got something. Yes, it's a pair of leather boots, so it's junk rather than fish or treasure, but it's all valuable. It shows that you can fish. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope that has been informative, and good luck with your fishing.